Today in the shop, a 2007 Lexus Rx400h hybrid. If you didn't hear me, I said it is a hybrid. Okay, so today we have a situation where this is like a no start with a noise, like a really loud, like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and it shakes real bad. That's what the customer told me, so I'm just going to verify that. You probably won't be able to hear it on this video because the sound quality is absolute garbage. But it shakes real bad, and it doesn't want to crank up. As soon as it does, it pretty much dies right away. So the diagnosis on this one, we're going to scan it real quick, look at the codes, and then we're going to go from there. Oh, just like that, we're going to scan it. Okay, now we're going to print this off. Hold on, give me a second. And there we go, print it off. Now this code in particular, POAOF, engine failed to start. And looking over the other codes, this one in particular, ignition coil B, primary secondary circuit, that code in particular is for a coil that is not working properly. Usually it's when it's shorted internally. So we're just going to take this car apart real quick, see if we can get to all of these damn plastic covers off on these hybrids. And a quick mechanic tip for you is when you're taking apart and you got two little bolts and they have the threaded holes in them, just put them back in the spot. You will never lose them that way. You know, if you put them in the tray and you got 1,000 other bolts that look similar, you don't know which one goes there. And if you put too long of a one in that hole, you're going to bust the radiator. Yeah. How do I know? Don't ask me how I know that. Going to work at light speed here. You probably won't be able to tell how fast I'm working. Look at that. Speed demon. It's the power of editing. I look so fast. Oh, look, that was my sister giving me some updates. Okay, so as soon as I can get this thing off, you're going to see here. Oh, there we go. The coils, they have nothing that looks burned or anything on them. I just like to do a visual inspection because I'm old school. I like looking at stuff. It's just something that kind of helps me. That right there is ignition coil B. If you're not aware, on this Lexus model, it goes 1, 2. So I marked it here. So we're going to take a look at the spark plug next and see what it looks like, just for shits and giggles. Okay, so speeding through this now. Looking at the plug, let's see. I smelled it right away, and it was super fouled, so we're going to get some new parts. So we got a new spark plug here, and we got a new coil. And a quick tip on those spark plugs is, besides the torque, I don't want to talk about torque on those, but if you're working on a lot of different brands like I do, I like to typically get the OE or OE equivalent spark plug for the manufacturer. So like Ford uses Motorcraft, Toyota likes to use Denso, BMW likes to use NGK, etc., you know. Try and figure out what the OE stuff is and use it equivalent, if not the original stuff, because those plugs, they do tend to make the engine run as optimal as possible. So I don't know if you can hear it in this video or not, but it will now crank up on its own once it gets started. So I think we got this thing solved. I think we're just going to do a tune-up and probably some basic maintenance to this little car. But there you go. That's a diag and basically a little show and tell on this vehicle.